back to another episode of Rumor Has It Favorite Five. Once again, this is Monday night. Looked at the books, made my list. Books and prices will change probably by Wednesday. These are just the things I've noticed, and these are the five or so books I've sort of like, whether or not they're hot books or not. They're just some cool covers that I really like. So, first off, you got Amazing Spider-Man 850, or 49 if you're looking at the current run. It's a milestone issue, so there's hundreds, probably not, I'm exaggerating, there's probably like 20 or so different variants out there. It's a $10 book just for cover price. I would wait, find the cover you like the best, and buy it. There is a 1 for 25 in Hunk Lee cover that when it first was revealed, it was going for 45 to 50, sometimes even $75. But as you start realizing, wait a minute, more and more stores probably bought 25 copies, probably bought 50 copies, maybe even 100 copies of this book. So you're talking about stores having 3 to 4 copies of this 1 for 25. So it's not as rare. It's a gorgeous cover. This In Hunkley cover is amazing, and it's definitely worth checking out and tracking down. For my money, though, I'd probably go with this next one. I just love, and it's not. I mean, it's just regular cover. But these Marvel snapshots, most of them have been okay. They don't look great, but there's something about this Alex Ross snapshot cover is just gorgeous. And then you throw in the fact that Howard Chaykin's doing the writing for it. And just, I mean, it's a book I want. I'm going to definitely try to track this down. I don't know how many stores order copies of it. It is Spider-Man, so more stores will buy Spider-Man than other characters that appear on these types of things. There's also a variant cover that's pretty cool as well. But Howard Chaykin's writing the story. It's a beautiful Alex Ross cover. It's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man covers that I've seen. Just something about the way it's done, the way it's presented is definitely one I'm going to track down. Next, I'm going to talk about these Walking Dead Deluxe. I'm not a Walking Dead guy. I never have been. Watched the show. It was okay. It wasn't the thing that I was just excited about. I love the fact that it got people interested in comics again. For people that were not originally. But this is all they're going to reprint. I guess all 100 and so plus issues of this in color now. So that's a cool thing. If you weren't into Walking Dead because of the fact it was black and white, now you get your chance to see color. I'm curious to see. There's several different variants. The one I'd go for would be the one that looks like the original cover. But there's at least 4 or 5 different variants. Some of them are pretty cool, but I'd go for, I think it's a B cover that is actually the original cover. It's a pretty cool cover. Next one I'm gonna talk about, and this is just because it's a photo variant. I think it's a 1 for 10, maybe it's a 1 for 25, but it's a Transformers Back to the Future collab. I mean, why? A Transformer seems like they partner up with everyone. I mean, they're partnered up with Terminator, now they're partnered up with Back to the Future. But it's a toy variant. So it's, for those of you that are toy collectors, this is a beautiful toy picture variant cover that's just awesome. So it might be worth something. And I mean, how many are your stores really going to get 10 copies of this to where you can have that, or 25 if it's a 25 variant? So that might be something if you can keep your eye out for and see if you can pick that up. Next 2 books I'm talking about, they're the hottest books out right now. That people are just going crazy for. First off, you have Batman 100. Batman 100, there's so many store variants out there, but there is a 1 for 25. It's the design variants, the end of the Joker War. I saw these, local LCS had it in store the other day. I was looking at it, I was like, this is freaking awesome cover. It's a square bound, they're $7-8 books, so when you're talking 1 for 25, definitely if you can get it for ratio, but this is one that's supposed to have a cameo of this Ghostmaker character. So it's probably worth checking out. It's a gorgeous cover. I love the design variant. Just the blue, something about the blue, and it just makes me want to go out and get it. And I haven't bought any of them. Some of them have been gorgeous, and I just haven't bought them. I hate paying $45 for a 1 for 25 variant, especially a Batman, which there's so many copies of Batman out there. And finally, this is Champions 1. It's the 1 for 50 Momoka variant. The problem is with this is FOC hit Momoka's hot artist. In fact, she just became exclusive Marvel little set with about 5 or 6, sort of like their Young Guns. Now they're calling it something different. But she's one of the exclusive ones with that. I don't know if that means she can't do other ones. She already had exclusive deals with a couple other places, so I don't know what exclusive really means. Maybe it's just she's doing X amount of covers for Marvel. But this Momoka cover is just, it's great. I love the fact I actually mentioned it when I was talking about Champions back several weeks ago. It's a gorgeous cover. I'm becoming around to where I like Momoka more and more. I keep mentioning her. I keep talking about how people like. I mean, you're worn out. You're worn out just like you're worn out by Art Germ covers. You're worn out by Alex Ross covers. Those timeless variants. There's hundreds of them. It seems like. I think there's like 5 of those this week, but it's a great cover. It's selling for over 100. It might drop to 50, but I sort of doubt it because it's one of those Champions is one of those books that if you're an eBay person and you know how hot the Champions characters are, then you're a store and you're going to buy 100 copies of this so you can get 2 copies of this book. But if you're not an eBay store, if you're so some of our LCSs aren't, they're going to look at 50 copies and go, I don't know if I can do that because I'm not going to be able to sell my other copies, and I'm not going to sell my clients don't come in and drop $75 on a variant on the regular basis, especially for a new variant. So it'll be sort of interesting to see how the market plays out with this variant and how rare it is. I mean, I'm still going to, I imagine a 70 to 100,000 print run, but is it going to be as rare as 1 for 50 sometimes can be? So those are my favorite 5, and I guess there are 6. So thanks, guys. Remember, comicbookinvest.com, CBSI, rumor has it.